You know, one thing that I've actually really enjoyed about the whole just 2020 quarantine, stay home, work remotely thing that's been going around for a while now, is just the general acceptance of sweatpants. I've basically worn the same thing for, I mean, really probably the last 12 months straight up. And all I can say is, it's awesome. Ooh. Ah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Ah. That's it, I'm not going.
Now I'm sure as much as we all would just love to continue seeing that, that's not what this video is all about. What about you, buddy? Have you enjoyed having your dad stay home all the time? Having your parents stay home all the time? Have you enjoyed that? Oh yeah, Pa. Good boy. All right. I'm gonna put you. Now, what this video is actually about is the title and everything, which is just mistakes that beginners make when it comes to color grading. And one thing I'll mention before I actually get into all of the mistakes and whatnot is I have certainly made my fair share of color grading mistakes often, to be honest with you. And that's why I can speak on this subject, is hopefully somebody who's kind of grown in my color grading process and career and whatnot. And really the biggest mistake that I see is the misuse of LUTs. And there are two areas where I see people misusing LUTs the most. And I'll talk about the first one, which is putting the LUT intensity too high. I think it's really important to know that you don't always got to use your LUTs at full 100% power or strength. Because the reality is, odds are the LUTs that you're using, if you bought them or got them for free or downloaded them somewhere, you didn't make them yourself. They weren't necessarily made for your camera or your footage or the picture profile that you shoot in. And therefore, you need to be careful that you're not overpowering your footage with these LUTs. Because again, LUTs are such an awesome tool, but just like anything, too much of anything, right? Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And that is certainly the case when it comes to LUTs. So what I usually like to do, if I'm not using my own personal LUTs that I make, if I'm using somebody else's, I definitely like to keep that intensity around the 50, 60, 70% range. Depending on the shot, obviously, everything can change, but I rarely ever use a LUT at full strength. And then the second mistake when it comes to misusing LUTs is not making any adjustments after the fact. So like I said, rarely will you ever find a LUT or a preset that is just a one click and done kind of thing. Oftentimes what you're gonna have to do is apply that preset and then go in and make further changes, whether that be to the white balance, to the contrast, to the saturation, to certain, mid-tone or highlight color shifts. You need to think of a LUT as kind of like a launching pad or a starting point to the end result of what you're hoping to get. Obviously it goes a lot deeper than that, and I'm not trying to get crazy technical in this video, but a LUT is just there to kind of give you a certain look. But then from there, it is kind of your job as the editor to make the fine tweaks and tune it in such a way that it actually gives you a nice, clean, beautiful, natural look. Now, if you're going for a super creative, not necessarily real to life or natural look, then maybe this video isn't helpful at all. But for the most part, I like to keep my videos that look natural, close to real life. Obviously I like to kind of put my own little twist, my own little flair on it. But again, if your footage just looks completely unnatural and there's not a reason for that look, it's just not gonna look good. So anyways, take that for, whatever you want. Take that advice for what it is. Like I said earlier, I love LUTs. I honestly, I use them in every single one of my videos just about. And just between you and me, I'm working on a little LUT pack of my own to release at some point. I don't know when, not making any promises, but just kind of throwing that out there for you. So be on the lookout for that. But anyways, hopefully this video was helpful for you in any way at all. But yeah, just LUTs, presets, all of that stuff, they're great, but you got to know exactly how to use them. And sometimes it takes a little bit extra work than just slapping it on and hoping that it's gonna look good. So anyways, that's kind of it. Kind of all I have. One thing I'm pretty excited about is we're closing in, man, on 5K subscribers, which I know, you know, when you compare it to some of the bigger YouTubers out there, that is a really small number. But for me, when I think of 5,000 people like watching my videos, which not all 5,000 of you, you know, watch every single video or anywhere close to that. But, you know, if you took 5,000 people and you put that in a room or a stadium, that would be a pretty big room. So as always, man, I super appreciate all you guys who support, who watch the videos, who hit that like button, and I swear I'm not getting choked up here. Had rice earlier, so. Anyways, where was I going with all that? Oh yeah, so if you're not subscribed and you want to kind of get along, like get on the train or whatever, if you want to be a part of what we're doing over here on this channel, it'd be awesome. I would love for you to subscribe, no pressure. But if that's something that, you know, you want to do, or maybe you didn't even realize that you weren't subscribed, maybe, you know, go ahead and hit that button. But anyways, with all that being said, guys, I super appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and see you guys in the next one.